What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So I just wanted to come on here and to because girl, I was looking at Sister Wives. Since I see that a few people like it when I do the Sister Wives situation or whatever. So I just wanted to come up on here and, just discuss some things because honestly, I just feel like, you know, TLC got some good shows, but at this point, I feel at this moment, Sister Wives just need to go. Okay, they can afford with all the 90-day fiancés, situations that they got going on. They can afford to let Sister Wives go because at this particular moment, I feel as though a lot of them on that show is regretting probably doing this show, or a couple of them probably feel like it's a good thing that they did the show because now people can see the shit that they've been going through and it's bubbling up to the surface. Because let's be honest, I know people be like, reality shows mess up relationships and stuff like that. No, reality shows do not mess up relationships and family ties and friendships and stuff like that. Reality shows do nothing but bring it out to the forefront. Okay, it just puts your mess that you've been trying to hide out there in the forefront. That's just what it is. It's putting a mirror to everything. And so I was looking at the recent Sister Wives, and I've already discussed it a little while ago, because this whole season literally has been, I think we're like on, good, let me see. Excuse my chair, y'all. Girl, I don't know. We on like what episode is on? It's season 17, episode 13, right? And for some of y'all that haven't seen it yet, I don't know if I'm gonna put this up right now. Baby, whatever. Whenever y'all see it, 9 if you got the app, you done already seen the episode because the episode comes on, on the app earlier in the day than the actual time that it comes on later on tonight. But we on episode 13 of season 17, and at this point, I feel as though, they should just go ahead and cancel it just a little bit, or at least get them a break, okay? Maybe they don't want a break or whatever, or they trying to aim not to cancel it because, baby, they got a lot of bills and shit to pay. You can't tell me that they ain't got a lot of debt. You cannot tell me they don't have a lot of debt. The way that Cody be having them moving from here to there, and they talking about building up on this land, it's never really, let's just go out ahead and rent something or lease something or buy this. Is let's build the house. Now, granted, if you got it and you can afford it, go ahead and do that shit. But at this particular moment, they've been trying to build on some land that they had down there up in Flagstaff, for the past, 4 years or so, and ain't nan shit happened yet. I don't even care if it was a pandemic coming through or whatever. Ain't nan nothing happened yet, okay? And it's just really irritating and frustrating to watch this show because for the past few episodes dealing with the leaving of Christine, I just cannot stand when people cannot take accountability. And as I said in previous discussions of this show, I never realized at the truly at the beginning of the show, Cody to me was a different person. And I feel as though he's fallen into the path that a lot of people who never really got that much attention on a wide scale does when they all of a sudden get a whole bunch of people that's focusing on them, that's somewhat on their side at one point. They get a little big headed, and I feel like that's what it is. All of this stuff, him being on TV and everything, is feeding his ego, and that's what it has been doing since season 1. But in the past few seasons, people are waking up who were already asleep in the first few seasons and could not really see who he truly was. We truly seeing who the hell he is, okay? And he's not really a good person. He is not a good person at all, And we see that so much more in these later episodes. The way that he was dealing with the divorce, or I should say the ending of the relationship, because I ain't gonna call it no divorce. Nigga, y'all was not even married. I'm sorry to say that word, but that's what it is. Y'all was not married, okay? And I mean, I get it. I get it spiritually and all that stuff, whatever, religiously. Y'all was married, but by the legal law, y'all was not married. But I understand. And don't get me wrong. I get being in a relationship for so many years with someone, and regardless of how it ends, you still gonna have those feelings, okay? You are gonna feel hurt or whatever. But at the end of the day, what makes a lot of us, I feel like we can relate as to the reason why we cannot be on his side is the way that he constantly wants to put blame on everybody else except for him. Okay. Now, when Christine was doing her thing, and you know, you getting upset because Christine told you to leave. You getting upset because Christine basically said you can't sleep in my bed because, you know, we're not in a romantic relationship. This ain't a romantic marriage, so-called. You know, you don't see me in that way. You revealed that you never really was attracted to her when you first got married to her. Then all these things that you start having issues with or been having issues with start coming out when, you know, this whole situation about y'all getting separated or she leaving you comes out. And all of a sudden I'm oblivious to what's going on. You know, he's acting like he just did not know that this woman that he been with for over what 17, 20, something around that years or whatever. You've been married to this woman for so long, and you just don't understand and see that, you know, she was not happy. You don't put her needs sometimes first. You always about yourself, you know. And the way that he was gaslighting her, the way that he was trying to just make it all her fault as the reason why that she felt like she was leaving. And also this whole pandemic, trying to blame it as on the pandemic. Oh, you only feel this way because of the pandemic. Oh, you only start feeling this way because the pandemic came through and all this stuff. When if you go back even from season 1, you go back from season 1 till now, you can see all of the stuff that Christine has been saying, that she had an issue with Cody and trying to, you know, get it together, but it just never came together. You can see everything that she's been saying since season 1. I don't know how many years this been on, because sometimes, you know, seasons be like, it'd be like 2 seasons in a season, you know, in a year or whatever. But baby, y'all do the math. How long it's been on? Let me check this. Cause you know it's gonna be on my man. I gotta get a little factual. It's factual, it's actual, sister wise. Girl, when the hell did this shit? First episode, bitch, it's been on for 12 years. Okay, it's been on for 12 years. First episode aired September 26, 2010. So this shit been going on for a while, all right, and nothing has changed. They've had their, and in any type of relationship, you have your moments of ups and downs, your peaks and your valleys and all of that stuff, your lows and your highs. But lately, it's just been so low, and I feel as though if he would have just sat down and truly listened to her, and I feel that he doesn't listen to any of his wives at all. You know, he doesn't consider their feelings the way that he tried to portray and make it seem as though he does. And that is dangerous, okay? Because he tried to appear one way throughout the series, you know, to the public, to us viewers. But in these recent seasons, we see that it's not that way because the wives are speaking up, okay? It was just really irritating. Like, when it came down to the kids, it's, oh, you turning the kids against me. Oh, why you taking my daughter? And I just don't understand. Why is it that he has this perceived notion that this woman that you have been around for so many years, who is not giving you all of that negativity energy that you're putting out, why would you think that she would just up and take your child and never let you see her again? That's how he was acting. And I'm just like, are we on the same planet? Like, what? Like, come on. You really think that low of her? And I would feel so disrespected that, you know, he would think that way about me if after all that we've been through. You know that it's not my character. I've never stopped you from seeing your child. Just because I'm moving excused outside. Just because I'm moving to another state, that's not going to stop you from coming to see your child. I'm never going to stop you from coming to see your child. You know where we are. You know, she will be back down here to see the rest of her siblings and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nothing stopped you during the pandemic to come see your child but yourself. And that was the main complaint that she was having about that, was you were not giving attention. You were not equalizing your time amongst all of the wives, okay? You mainly stayed at Robin's house. Mainly because Robin did, you want to put it up there and say because she followed the rules that you set out, you know, that you wanted to be followed or whatever during the pandemic, you know, precautions. Understandable. At the height of it, I truly get that. You know, I understood because I was doing some of those same things, wiping down everything, taking your shoes off, you know, changing your clothes when you get in, make sure you go wash that shit and all that stuff, because you just don't know. We get that. But it was just a way that he just basically hunkered down in one person's home. And it was almost as if he was acting like a fucking dictator. You know, we are in a marriage, and I don't know if it's because of the religious aspect of it, but he wants to be the head of the household. He wants to be treated with so much respect. He wants, you know, whatever it is that he says to be done, when he wants it done, the way that he wants it done. And I'm looking at the recent episode that comes on tonight, and the way that he was sitting down there talking to Janelle, and then the last week's episode when he was like, I don't feel like she respects me and she want me to do stuff for her. No man wants to feel like they wife or nobody respects them. I ain't finna do shit for her until she respect me and all this shit. And I'm sitting here like, well, if you feel like she doesn't respect you, and if let's say that is the case, why don't you look inside yourself and go see exactly what the fuck it is that you're doing to make her not want to respect you? And I'm sitting here like, of course she probably don't feel the same way about you that she used to when you don't devote most of your time, you devoted most of your time to another wife, when you're supposed to be something where you keep on talking about, I want our the sister wives to come together and let them be together and let them have this communionship, this friendship and all this, and lean on each other. But yet it's clear favoritism, and you can keep on denying it and denying it as he does, but all of the other wives who actually got a brain, they see that shit. Christine and Janelle, you know, and them two was cool. He had an issue with the fact that Janelle was cool with Christine. He had an issue that Janelle was, you know, basically still kiki or whatever, and not just upsetting in her feelings like Robin and Mary were over the fact that Christine decided to leave. And I'm sitting here like, so she's supposed to go with the flow because you feel bad, you upset, she upset. Janelle supposed to be upset? No, see, Janelle can think for herself. The other two, they can't, you know? And I'm looking at this recent episode and I was just like, you know what? I realized what it is, because I just had a problem, especially this season when it came down to this whole situation with, you know, the divorce coming and all that stuff. I just had a problem with the way that he was speaking to them. And the way that he speaks in his little interviews or whatever, he speaks not of his wives as if they are equal to him. I don't feel like he thinks that they are equal to him. He speaks down on them. You know what I'm saying? At some points, he don't even speak about them as if they're his wives. He speaks about them, in my opinion, as if they're like servants. And that's what it is with his kids too. You know, he speaks to them like, whatever I say, go. You know, you have no voice. You have no choice. It's my way or the highway. When he was sitting down there with Janelle and gonna tell Janelle, you know, because her son Gabriel has little issues with him or whatever, and it's understand, oh baby, wait till we get to that one, because that's the main reason why I really wanted to get on here and talk about this, because that shit hit me hard. But he was like, he can reach out to me and he can apologize to me and then we can move forward. I said, excuse the fuck out of me. Granted, sometimes it takes two, you know, in situations when there's some miscommunication, where there's some dysfunction or whatever. It takes more than one people sometimes. And sometimes it is just that one person. But for him, once again, to just put all the responsibility and all the blame on the child, that's your child. And if multiple kids in your freaking sect that you got going on is having the same issue with you, obviously the problem is you. And you refuse to listen to that. You know, just like you refuse to listen to Christine, you getting upset and you want to put her on blast and say, you never liked Robin, you never gave her a chance, you never liked Mary, you never get this and you never get that. And I'm sitting here like, okay, Ann. And you want to know what bothered me so bad? When they had that little sit down, I don't know if I mentioned this in the other episode, when they had that sit down with all of the wives, bitch, in the way Robin was, I don't understand. And she was just so fucking distraught. I did not understand why she was so goddamn distraught. First of all, I get it. You know, y'all was never close. Y'all was never close. Christine never really fucked with you, okay? Because they saw the favoritism right off the bat, bitch. And let's be honest, Christine had a little jealousy problem, and she never denied that. And that's why I respect that bitch. She said, yeah, I was jealous, okay? Because I'm jealous. If you're keeping your promise, I'm keeping mine. I'm jealous. But anyway, so I'm just sitting here like, okay, why are we upset so much? Mary, I just didn't understand why Mary was so upset. Mary, you literally have nothing there keeping you there. Cody, Bear, we have yet to see a fucking scene where Cody and Mary have had an individual scene together. You know what I'm saying? They have not had a one-on-one together in the past couple of seasons, I don't think. Okay, we done seen it with Robin and him. We done seen it with Christine and him. We done seen it with Janelle and him. Bitch, we have yet to see it with Mary and him. And if we have, girl, it was so quick that it didn't escape my goddamn memory. Okay, and I'm just sitting here. Oh, I think it was last episode. She was like, and the people online asking me, keep on saying why I'm staying with him, and keep on tweeting and saying all these mean things and everything, calling me stupid because bitch you are. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but I just cannot allow myself to be in a situation where I am not happy. And every time you look at Mary, she is not happy. And I don't know if it's because this is what she's known, this is what she's used to, or whatever, and she feel as though she can't get any better than this because it's later on in life. Baby, you still got a whole lot of life to live. You have a whole lot of life to live. And what is going to decrease your life is staying in that situation where you are not getting the attention, the love, and the respect that you deserve. Okay? You're stressing your own self out by staying with a person that don't really like you like that. That man literally said, if you was to leave and go fuck around and get with somebody else, it would not bother him. That's what he said like a couple of episodes ago. All right? And you up here upset at the fact that Christine leaving, or in your feelings, the way that Mary was, it was just really disgusting. Like, she was like, okay, and so what are we here for? I'm sitting here like, well, bitch, ain't nobody, you could go home. Okay, you really ain't got shit going on for yourself, you know. And, you know, Robin just annoys me. Her eyebrows annoys me. I said, why you draw your eyebrows on like that? I know that's petty as hell. It's petty as hell, but I be looking at her interviews. I be like, girl, why you draw your eyebrows on like that? When I don't like a person, I find anything to just talk about them. Okay, you know, I don't want to call nobody, talk about, you know, I'm not that person that call a person ugly or whatever. I just find something that I don't like about, you know, not their physical appearance. What is the eyebrows a physical appearance? No, because she drew that on there. She could have drew them better. She could have drawn better. I'm not finna mess with something that, you know, they ain't got no control over because that's the way they was born and that's the way God put them. That's fine, okay? But baby, them eyebrows, you drew them on, and I'm tired of them being lopsided. I'm tired of this part being a little thicker over here than it is over here. Draw it on, you know, symmetrical, okay? Symmetrical. You ain't learned that in school? Symmetry? Bitch, girl. Yeah, I just really don't like that lady because she truly is a pick-me type of woman. She really would do whatever Cody says, and that is why he stays over there with her. And we got that clear. You know, you want to say that you don't have a favorite wife, but yet you having this conversation with Janelle in the recent episode, and basically you keep on talking about loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. And he was like, you know, they want me to say that they acting like I want them to be like Robin, but no, I don't want them to be like Robin, but Robin shows me loyalty, and that's all that I'm asking for. I want loyalty. And then he was like, well, I mean, I guess that means do be like Robin. I said, yes, bitch. Ain't nobody lying. You know, in a way, again, he wants to place blame on everybody else as if he is innocent in all of the breakdowns of their relationships. Okay? You were not innocent in the breakdown of the relationship with Christine. And see, he gets upset because, you know, you're putting out here trying to show how much of a beautiful thing and how much of a good thing having a polygamy type of relationship is, multiple wives and all that stuff. But yeah, you wanted to paint this fake fanciful picture. But yet we are on a reality show and we are getting reality, because at the end of the day, everything is not, you know, perfect. No, nothing is perfect. This ain't even close to perfect. And we already knew it was some cracks in y'all foundations before the show even started, okay? We could see that in season 1, you know? And now we're just seeing more, you know? People grow, people change, their viewpoints change, and you know, and you just have to go with it sometimes. You have to progress with that or you get left behind, okay? And he's stuck in whatever mode he was when he first got married. That's what it felt like. You know, I'm supposed to be the man in the house. They supposed to bow down to me. You know, they supposed to follow my religion. They supposed to do this. They supposed to do that. You know, and if I say I don't want to be romantically involved with you, you still supposed to stay. Bitch, I'm out of here. I am out of here, okay? Christine wasn't even part of the religion no more. Christine don't even believe in polygamy no more, you know, or I should say anymore, you know, not them double negatives. Girl, she don't believe in none of that. And you in your feelings or whatever, girl, it was irritating. And to say that Robin was not his chosen one, okay? I was looking on Twitter and I had forgot that, you know, basically they spent a whole bunch of money on Robin's house. Like the whole family was giving money to get Robin's house or whatever. I said, ew, ew. Now see, Cody, I coulda agreed with you with the RV situation that Janelle was doing, but at the end of the day, I'm not, because of the way that you was going about it and you was being so freaking negative about it. And you were not listening to her. Now, had you been listening to her, maybe she would have went about this a different way, you know. And he basically wants Janelle to be submissive as fuck. And Janelle has never been that. He was like, you never operate as if we're man and woman, married, husband and wife. You've always operated as this independent woman and as if you're single. She said, well, you never had a problem with that in the beginning, so what's the problem now? Okay? And I have been showing you this. And at one point, Janelle started doubting herself. I said, Janelle, stop playing. You know. But Janelle was getting heated, especially when he said the shit about the kids, okay? They need to come talk to me. I'm sitting here like, what? You lost your goddamn man. And y'all know he been in the shits with me ever since he didn't go to New Jersey for that surgery for little Isabel. Okay? Bitch, I would have said deuces, okay? And you want to say, oh, well, Christine was the one going around telling everybody that, you know, we're getting a divorce or she don't like me and all this stuff. And, you know, she's trying to spoil the kids' minds against me and all this and woo, woo, woo. I said, no, that's not what it is. That's a person that clearly cannot take responsibility and don't want to own up to their part. Their part. You're not innocent. Every freaking episode has been a woe is me type of situation when it comes to Cody. Yes, when you are in a relationship and you truly love somebody and, you know, y'all went through the fire and everything, if you break up, you're gonna have some pain, you're gonna have some resentment, you're gonna have some grief, you're gonna be mad, you're gonna be all of that. But at least come out the box and say, I get it, I fucked up, but I'm still angry. I can understand if he did that, but he won't take any type of responsibility for it. It's the blame game, and that is what's bothering me. So in this episode, also, I was looking at Janelle. I said, Janelle, girl, you don't need this shit. Janelle has always been goddamn independent. It don't make no sense how much she been. I said, girl, why are you here? Why are you here? I feel like Janelle is one of those people that's, listen, I'm going to do my thing, but literally I'm just here because I want my kids to still live out their rest of their young years because, you know, one of her daughters is about to turn 17 or whatever. And then once she done with that, maybe I go. Okay, maybe I go. But basically, I feel like Janelle is the next one. Janelle is the next one. And excuse me, Janelle is the next one to leave. After the preview for next week's episode, when Janelle got the fuck up and left, he gonna say, this is not the conversation that you just get up and walk away, Janelle. I said, because Janelle said, what you not gonna do? You're not finna talk to me like I'm Robbie. You're not finna talk to me like I'm fucking married, okay? You damn sure ain't finna try to treat me like I'm Christine, but if you wanna treat me like I'm Christine, I'm gonna fucking walk away from you like I'm Christine, just like Christine did. I said, bitch, you better fucking do that shit. She got her little red person. She said, bitch, and kept on going. I said, go off, Janelle, go off. But what really got me on here was when, because the second half of the episode was the fact that, you know, Cody went through all of the precautions that he went through, whatever. And, you know, the kids went back to school, and I believe they think that one of the kids brought home the virus, you know, Miss COVID. And, you know, basically half the house got it except for one of the daughters. And, I think it was just one of the daughters, okay? Maybe somebody else didn't get it, but I know he eventually got it. Another son, one of the sons got it. Robin got it, and I think a daughter got it as well. And, you know, I said, well, shit, that's what you get for staying all over at Robin house. I mean, that's not right, but I'm just saying. Maybe if you was at another wife's house, who knows, you know? And I'm not even going to be like, well, see, you did all of that and you still caught it, because at the end of the day, the virus is unpredictable, and you can be, you know, having all the protection and precautions and all that stuff, and you can still catch it. That don't mean that, you know, you're going to be hospitalized or whatever, especially if you know, taking the precautions and you got your vaccines and all that stuff. And I know people don't want to hear all blah, 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 blah. But I'm just saying, it's still possible. And, you know, even though it was bad, it wasn't bad enough that they had to be hospitalized, and they was able to ride it through. But what got me was this part. Gabriel, I hope I'm naming the right son. Gabriel had caught it, okay? Earlier, like probably a year earlier. He said it was in October or something, the day of his birthday. Cody called him and asked him. Mind you, the way that he was saying this, you could tell that this is he's recalling what happened from what we're seeing on camera now. So when they doing the little interview, the little confession or whatever on the couch and all that stuff, this is probably like in the present, because he's talking about in the past, and we're seeing what happened in the past. So he was naming the exact date because it was on his birthday. He said Cody called him and asked me about how did I feel, the symptoms and all that stuff or whatever, what I went through, how I got through, you know, his bout with Miss Girl, right? And he said, I didn't want to bring up the fact that that day that he called me was my birthday. I was going to sit there and try to wait and see if he would bring it up and say, oh, happy birthday, you know, just acknowledge it. And he said he never did on that phone call. He never did. And he said that was the last time he spoke to his father. He said Cody tried to call back a couple of hours later to, you know, try to make up for, you know, forgetting or whatever. But no, that was the last time he talked to him. And the way he broke down, I was sitting at work, mind you, I was like, some told me I should have watched this episode first before I watched Happily Ever After 90 Day Fiance. I said, oh, bitch, I should have watched this first before the patrons came in, because we come in an hour early on Sundays, you know, just to, you know, do our things or whatever before we open up. So I'm looking at it when we open to the public, baby. I'm sitting at the desk, right? Because I'm at the desk all 4 hours that we open to the public. Baby, my eyes started watering. I was trying to chuck back them tears so bad because I felt his hurt, because I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation. And it goes back to when I think it was either last season or earlier this season. I feel like it was last season when he basically said, because this issue about, you know, the adult kids or the teen kids or whatever, they're not really fucking with him like that. You know, Cody said something about the fact that the teenage kids or whatever, they don't need, or the adult kids, the teenage and adult kids don't need him around that much like the younger ones. They can do it, whatever. And that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, they don't need you over there, you know, telling them what to do all the time or whatever, but they still want to know that you are there. They still want to know that you care. And obviously your kids don't care about you because they don't feel that you care about them. And I understand you upset because they felt some type of way. They called Robin and cussed her ass out. Bitch, they should have played that, because I would have been like, oh, y'all got a lot of balls. Okay, I don't know if I would have went that far, but go off. Go off. It probably was needed, you know. But when you get a certain, I don't know why some parents feel as though their parenting job is over once a child hit 18. That child is still a child. That child, if it's teen in their name, they're still a child. Even in their 20s to the mid-20s, baby, you're still a child. And even as a grown-ass adult, they're still your child. So your parenting, you may not be actively parenting, meaning like providing and all that stuff, but parenting and being a parent, being a loving parent, being a concerned parent, being a parent that's just going to be there when they need you to, that never goes away. I don't have kids, and I know that. I'm grown as shit. I am grown as shit, y'all, okay? And me and my mama had a little falling out when, you know, they was moving. I told y'all that. And that shit hurt me to my core. That hurt me to my core because we ain't never had nothing like that. We ain't never had nothing like that. Because, bitch, let me tell you something. Anytime I need something, I call my mama. Anytime I had a concern about something, I call my mama. And my mama always answered. My mama was always there. And that one little moment where we did not talk, you know what I'm saying? That hurt me so bad. That hurt me so bad. We good now. We good now. See, we got that shit straight now. We good now, whatever. She'll be out here later on this month. Okay? But that shit hurt me so bad. But when it came to Gabriel, you know what I'm saying? That goes to show, like, bitch, we grown as shit and we'll still call our mama up and be like, how many doses of this should we take? I know the bottle say this, but if I take an extra one, am I going to be okay? I'm still going to wake up. I still call my mama. Bitch, I know y'all do that shit too. Okay, like the parenting is never done. Your job as a parent is never done. You know. So when Gabriel said that shit about him, said it about him not acknowledging the birthday, and it be the simple things. It be the simplest things that we want or a person need. And you just don't realize how much that affects and how much people probably hold you in regards. Even though we're on the outs right now, I still love you. I still want to feel like you love me. I still want to feel like you care about me. Even though we going through a little something, I still want to feel that. And he got confirmation that Cody probably still does, but he literally forgot his birthday. And this is why your kids are like not here for you. It ain't nobody's fault but yours. When you try to put a blame on them, let me tell y'all something. My birthday this year. First of all, my birthday is coming up next month. I'm getting old, bitch. I'm getting old. Anyway, but I'm still young and I still look good, bitch. I don't care what nobody say. My birthday coming up next month. But when my birthday came around this year, I did not hear from my father at all. And it irked me so bad. Now at first, let me tell you something. I don't have a relationship like that with my dad. So that's one. Was I really expecting anything? Not necessarily, but kind of, because he'll have these moments where we will go months or whatever without saying anything, and he'll randomly text me or whatever. So you would think if you don't speak or have that great of a relationship with your child, you would at least remember their birthday and to acknowledge that, and that'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody acknowledged my birthday. And I'm not the type of person that needs the type of attention. Oh, you got to tell me happy birthday. Oh, it's my birthday. Oh, it's my birthday. You ain't tell me happy birthday. I don't care about that, okay? Yeah, I'll announce it on the internet or whatever, because most of the time, Facebook then already told everybody. You know, Twitter then already told everybody, because once you go to the profile picture on Twitter, if you put your birthday up there in the profile or whatever, the balloons pop up and shit. You know, so that tells people that it's your birthday. So people see that, so more people start saying it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just whatever. As long as the people that I care about acknowledge it, fine. And if they don't, you know, I might feel a way, but I ain't gonna harp on it. But it's something about when you have yet to develop a relationship with your child. And my father had literally told my mom early, and see, this is why it got to me. My mother and him had a conversation, and he had said, you know, I wish I would have done things differently with me and my sister. I wish I would have reached out more. I wish I would have had a connection with him. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. My mama said, okay, that's fine. That's good. But did you tell them that? You need to tell them that. This was before my birthday. He never reached out and said anything about it. What I got a text was him telling me that he was retiring. And this was prior to my birthday. That he was retiring June of this year, you know, from the job. I said, okay. January 7th comes around, nothing from him. Everybody else, they did what they had to do. I was like, okay, cool, you know. And the next day, nothing. That next week, nothing. Till this day, has he acknowledged my birthday? No. Mind you, I had told my mama that, because we just had a random conversation like sometime afterwards. It was like a couple of months or so afterwards or whatever. We literally had a random conversation and it came up. And I was like, you know, he ain't never say nothing about my birthday. And she was like, oh, so he didn't? And next thing, I get a call from my mom. My mom said, yeah, I asked him, so did you not remember that it was her birthday on January 7th? And he said, yeah, I remember. And I said, oh. So you just decided not to say shit. And at that moment, when Gabriel said that was the last conversation I had with my dad, that was the last time that I started really giving a fuck about him. Like, even if I thought about, like, wanting to reach out and try to reconnect or whatever, or try to form a connection, because we ain't never had a connection, try to form some, that moment, once my mama told me that shit, I said, oh, all done. I don't care. I really don't. And, that shit broke me. That shit made me, I was sitting there fighting back tears. I was like, oh my God. You know, he just don't realize the damage that he is doing. And then you got all these fucking kids. He got all like 18 plus kids or whatever. Like, you mean to tell me all these kids really, you think all these kids really feel 100% love by you? You're spreading yourself thin in this polygamous ass shit that you're doing. And no shade to anybody that's practicing it. You know, y'all probably doing it better than him or whatever, but y'all probably having the same issues. I'm not trying to hate on people's shit, but, you know, for him to try to put up this front that they was doing it right and, you know, she breaking it up and all this stuff, and baby, that's you. That's you. It bothered me so bad, y'all. I gave y'all a 40-minute video almost. I said, oh my goodness. And I wanted to talk about, goddamn, what's this called? 90 Day Fiance. Why is Uzma and Kimberly playing in our face like this? Mostly, why is Uzman, aka Soldier Boy, playing in our face like this? You are not about to marry that lady, okay? And then you trying to adopt that. You trying to adopt your brother's son, and the man didn't even know nothing about the shit. I said, what the fuck? And did you see him give, you know, Kimberly's son the goddamn PS5? I said, now, is that the same PS5 Kimberly gave you when she first got to Nigeria the first time? Did you just re-gift that to her son? And another thing, Bilal, I need Bilal to just open up his fucking mouth and to say, I trapped your ass. I agreed to have a child with you, Shahida, so that you can marry me. That's it. But I really don't want no kids. She is almost 40 years old, and you already know that she's having issues trying to, you know, the clock is ticking, and you are playing games with her. You are playing fucking games with her. and you want us to feel sorry for you? No, 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 no. And Big Ed, you got your goddamn nerves. You really got your goddamn nerves. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. What's the one? Jovi and old girl. She wrong. She wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. Girl, you are not about to get married to me, get pregnant, and then go back over there to your country, and then we go visit your country, and you want to stay and buy an apartment. Girl, fuck all of that. You stay your ass over here, we getting a divorce, okay? That's what we doing. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I gotta get ready for Real Housewives Potomac. Girl, I hope it's a fun episode because I don't want to be pissed off. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. Let's discuss, bitch. Let's really discuss this because y'all love this shit, right? Y'all see, I ain't cussed that much in this video. See, I can do it if I want to. If it calls for it, I cuss. If it don't, I don't. Anyway,